Welcome to the Deep Dive. All right, so we're talking maximizing returns, not just financially, but like in your career too. Well, get ready because we're going deep on some thought-provoking stuff today.
I'm with you.
Okay, so we've got excerpts from millionaire economist Dr. Gary North. It's from his 2008 article, Investment Basics. And we've also got a fresh piece from Art Munoz. It's from his Revenue Like Clockwork newsletter, January 2025, titled, Why Your Greatest Corporate Strength is Your Biggest Career Weakness.
So on the surface, kind of different worlds, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But as we get into it, you'll see some fascinating overlap in how both of them emphasize the power of early investment.
Mm-hmm.
Not just with money, but with like your skills and how you think about your work.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. Dr. North, he just drops this truth bomb. He says people are terrible at timing investments.
Right.
Like they wait for all the signs, chase the peak instead of catching the wave early. Why is that?
Well, he argues it's more about ego than logic.
Yeah.
You know, like seeing the market dip feels like a personal attack on their investing genius.
Totally. And he gives this example. I thought it was so funny, but also painfully relatable. He says his readers rarely ask about selling assets when they're rising, only when they're falling.
Oh, ouch, right. Like we've all been there.
Yeah.
But what's the bigger takeaway here?
The best time to invest is early, when everyone else is sleeping on the opportunity, and obviously that applies to stocks.
Yeah.
But like you were saying before, it connects to careers in a kind of surprising way.
Okay, so let's fast forward to Art Munoz in 2025. He's talking about this hyperspecialization trap. What's he getting at?
He's saying companies push you to be like a single-use tool, a master of one tiny niche. Which, I mean, at first, that feels safe, right? You're the expert.
Yeah, you're indispensable. At least that's what they want you to think.
Exactly. But Munoz warns that this becomes your biggest career weakness. It makes you super vulnerable to any kind of shift. Economic downturn, automation, outsourcing. You're dependent, not adaptable.
So your greatest corporate strength, that super specific skill, it becomes a liability.
Exactly. He uses this analogy like a single-use tool, exceptionally sharp for one purpose, but useless for anything else.
Oh, I see the connection to Dr. North now. Like investing early in a broader skill set is like getting ahead of the curve before your niche becomes obsolete.
That's it. It's like diversifying your portfolio, but instead of stocks, it's your skills. You become adaptable, entrepreneurial, not just a cog in one company's machine.
So instead of putting all your energy into being the hyper specialist for one company, you're investing in skills that make you valuable in like different contexts.
Right. And here's where Munoz gets even more radical. He argues that solopreneurship is the ultimate solution to this whole trap. It's not about like abandoning your expertise,
right,
but shifting it to serve a wider market.
Okay. So you're not throwing away your specialized knowledge. You're using it as a foundation to build something bigger.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Instead of letting your employer dictate your potential, you choose how to apply your skills and who to work with.
That's a powerful mindset shift. You go from being dependent to being in control.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, so that brings up a question for anyone listening. Are you investing in your career in a way that, you know, maximizes your adaptability and future-proofs your skill set? Are you putting all your eggs in one basket or diversifying your portfolio of skills?
It's definitely something to think about.
It is. Okay, so let's get practical. Munoz doesn't just point out the problem. He gives some steps to escape this hyper-specialization trap.
Yeah, he does. He suggests starting with a skill audit,
Okay.
identifying those hyper-specialized skills, and see how they could adapt to what the market needs.
So it's not just about learning new things. It's about seeing how your current skills could be applied differently to maybe a different audience.
Yes. And he's big on pairing niche expertise with what he calls entrepreneurial skills.
Okay.
Things like client relations, strategic planning, even sales.
Wait, sales. Even if you're not like planning to be a full-blown entrepreneur, you think those skills are valuable?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He argues they're key for anyone who wants more adaptability and control over their career.
Interesting. He even recommends a book here, Unlock the Sales Game, by 𝗿𝗿𝗆𝗄𝗏.
Right, yes. It's about building trust and understanding client needs, which is honestly valuable no matter what field you're in. And lastly, Munoz emphasizes visualizing your ecosystem, mapping out how your expertise could serve a wider range of clients.
So it's about shaping your career path instead of just reacting to whatever the job market throws at you.
Exactly. Being the architect of your own career, not just a passenger.
Okay, so we've got Dr. North pushing us to invest early, and Munoz showing us how to break free from this hyperspecialization trap.
All right.
Both point to the importance of timing, adaptability, and a proactive approach to skills.
And remember, this isn't just about becoming a solopreneur.
Yeah.
It's about being adaptable and valuable in any career.
It's about investing in your future, financially and professionally.
Absolutely.
Which brings us to another point Munoz makes. He argues that the corporate promise of hyperspecialization, it can be a mirage, offering short-term gains at the expense of long-term independence. It's like trading long-term security for short-term stability. You might be comfy now, but what happens when things change?
Exactly. And that's a trade-off most people don't even realize they're making.
So by shifting to a solopreneur mindset, you're not just escaping a potentially toxic work environment, you're future-proofing your career.
Right.
Taking control of your destiny, skills, and income potential.
It's about empowerment, really. But what does this actually look like in practice? How do you go from hyper-specialist to solopreneur?
I was just thinking that. Munoz outlines a few key steps, right?
He does. First, he talks about building a bridge, not taking a leap.
Okay.
You transition gradually, don't just abandon everything.
Right. You're not throwing away your expertise, you're evolving it.
Yeah, and he stresses the importance of mindset. Seeing your expertise not as a static skill set, but as a dynamic asset, something that can grow.
Being open to growth, evolving your skills over time.
Viewing your knowledge as a toolkit, something you can use to build something new, something bigger. And, he actually invites listeners to join his free 5-day international consulting challenge.
Hold on, a free challenge. What's that?
It's a way to, start building that bridge, taking concrete steps towards solopreneurship. He guides you through the process, helps you visualize your potential.
So if you're interested in this whole solopreneurship thing, this challenge is a tangible way to explore it further.
Exactly. And it's a chance to connect with others who are on a similar journey, build a community.
This is where Dr. North's ideas about early investment are so relevant, right? Because the time to build that bridge is now, before you're forced to.
Yeah.
He was saying that most people wait for confirmation for a crisis or a layoff before they take action.
Right.
And then it's often too late. You're scrambling to catch up instead of proactively shaping your future.
Exactly.
You're reacting to circumstances, not creating opportunities.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a lot to think about. Both Dr. North and Art Munoz are urging us to be more proactive, adaptable, and entrepreneurial with work.
They're challenging us to think beyond the traditional corporate ladder and embrace a more dynamic, self-directed path.
They're encouraging us to invest in ourselves, diversify our skills, and be prepared for whatever's next.
And most importantly, reminding us that we have the power to shape our own destinies, both professionally and financially.
It's a powerful message, especially with how fast the world is changing.
It's about embracing lifelong learning, adaptability, and a willingness to step outside our comfort zones.
Recognizing the best investment is in our own growth and development.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
This has been an amazing deep dive. I've learned so much from both Dr. North and Art Munoz, especially how they challenge us to think differently about our careers.
Me too. It's refreshing to hear such a bold perspective, encouraging us to be proactive and see our skills as assets.
And I love how they emphasize timing, investing in ourselves early, not waiting for a crisis.
It reminds us we have more control than we realize.
This deep dive has given me so much to think about. It's about more than just skills or money. It's about mindset.
It really is, and I think that's what makes these deep dives so valuable. We're connecting the dots and getting these nuggets of wisdom that can actually make a difference.
Turning information into actionable knowledge, helping our listeners navigate life and work with clarity and purpose.
Yeah, I love that. So maybe it's time to shift gears and explore another layer of this early investment idea.
Okay.
It goes beyond just skills and careers. It touches on something more fundamental, our mindset.
Ooh, okay. I'm intrigued. What are we getting into next?
We're going to look at how this idea of investing and learning can apply to other parts of life, like relationships and creative pursuits.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that growth isn't limited to our careers. It's holistic.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, so you're saying this investing and learning thing, it goes way beyond just career stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Think about personal relationships for a second.
Okay, interesting. Give me an example.
Let's say you're having a disagreement with your partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of approaching it as a battle to be won.
Yeah.
What if you saw it as a chance to learn about their perspective, deepen your understanding?
That is a huge mindset shift. It's going from like being right to understanding better.
Exactly. And that, that takes an investment, time, effort, maybe even some humility.
Yeah, but the potential return, a stronger relationship built on like empathy and genuine connection.
Right.
That's worth investing in.
It is. Or what about creative pursuits? Say you're learning to play an instrument.
Okay. All right. I'm with you there. I've always wanted to learn guitar.
Think about that initial investment, right? All those awkward finger positions, the frustrating practice sessions.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. I gave up pretty quickly.
But the people who stick with it, who see those struggles as part of the process, they end up reaping the rewards.
It's not just about like being able to play the music, right?
Sure.
It's the discipline, the sense of accomplishment, the joy of creating something beautiful.
You got it. It's like this investment in learning thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a superpower that unlocks potential in all these different areas of life.
Okay, so let's bring it back to our main theme for a sec. Career and finances. How do we apply this learning mindset to those areas?
Well, think back to Dr. North's emphasis on early investment.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about buying stocks at the right time. It's about constantly seeking new knowledge about markets, economic trends.
So you're staying ahead of the curve, being able to adapt as things change, kind of like what Munoz was saying about hyperspecialization.
Exactly. And this learning, it goes way beyond just formal education.
Yeah.
It's about being like a voracious consumer of information, reading books, listening to podcasts. Hey, like this one.
True.
Attending webinars, networking with people in different fields. It's about cultivating curiosity, asking questions, never assuming you know it all.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where Munoz's concept of solopreneurship gets really interesting, because it basically requires constant learning, right? You're not relying on one employer to teach you everything.
Right, you're building a business, which means like you're doing it all.
Yeah.
Marketing, selling, finances, all while, honing your core skill.
It's a crash course in adaptability and lifelong learning.
And even if you're not like going full-on solopreneur, those skills are still valuable in the job market.
Oh, for sure. Employers, they aren't just looking for specialists anymore.
Right.
They want problem solvers, critical thinkers, people who can learn quickly, people who see every challenge as an opportunity to learn, not a threat.
So it's not just what you know, but your capacity to learn.
Exactly. It's about embracing the unknown, viewing change as a chance to evolve.
Talking about all this really highlights how important mindset is. We've touched on it, but it's worth going deeper.
Yeah, I think so too. Skills and knowledge are important, but without the right mindset, they're not enough. It's like having a fancy sports car but not knowing how to drive.
Oh, perfect analogy.
So what are the key elements of this learning mindset?
Okay.
Well, I think the foundation is curiosity.
Okay.
That insatiable desire to learn, explore, understand.
Not just about things related to your job or goals.
Right. It's being open to new ideas, perspectives, even if they seem random.
Yeah, because you never know where inspiration's going to come from or how those random bits of knowledge will connect later on.
It's like building a mental library, right?
Yeah.
And the more diverse your collection, the richer your creative potential.
I love that. And this ties into another element that feels crucial, being comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes. That willingness to step outside your comfort zone, embrace challenges. Learning isn't always easy.
Definitely not. There will be moments of frustration, confusion, self-doubt.
Oh, yeah. But those are the moments where the real growth happens.
It's like a muscle, right?
Exactly.
The more you push yourself, the stronger you get.
And that's where resilience comes in. The ability to bounce back from setbacks, learn from your mistakes, and keep going.
Yeah. Because the path to mastery, it's rarely a straight line.
Right? Nope. It's full of twists and turns.
So having that growth mindset is key.
It is.
Believing that your abilities, they're not fixed. They can be developed through, effort.
Exactly.
Because if you believe you can learn and grow, you're more likely to embrace those challenges, to persist, and ultimately achieve your goals.
Absolutely. And that brings us back to Dr. North's point about people chasing the peak of the market.
Okay. I see where you're going with this.
It's because they're afraid of making mistakes, losing money, looking foolish.
Mm-hmm.
They lack that growth mindset.
They wait for confirmation from someone else before they're willing to invest.
Mm.
And by then, they've probably missed out on the big games.
Exactly. But People with that growth mindset, they're willing to take calculated risks, learn from their mistakes, keep iterating till they find success.
And that's powerful, not just for investing, but for everything.
It's recognizing the journey is as important as the destination. And the lessons you learn along the way, those are more valuable than the achievements themselves.
I love that. This has been really insightful. We've uncovered a whole new dimension to early investment.
It's not just about timing the market or skills. It's about cultivating this mindset that embraces lifelong learning.
And they can transform your career, but also every aspect of your life.
Well said. That's the perfect transition to our final provocation for our listener.
Okay, I like it. Lay it on me. What's the final thought?
All right. So we talked about investing in skills, in learning, in adapting to a changing world.
All incredibly valuable.
But what about investing in your network?
I like that. So we're expanding beyond individual growth to the power of connection.
Exactly. Because, who you know is often just as important as what you know.
And it ties back to Munoz's point about solopreneurship, right?
Sure.
Building a successful business is rarely a solo thing. It takes collaboration, support, partnerships. He even talks about finding mentors, learning from people who've been there.
And this applies to life in general, not just business. It's about surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, support your growth.
Because relationships, they can be a catalyst for learning. They expose you to new ideas.
They offer feedback, accountability, encouragement when you need it.
And they open doors to opportunities you might not find on your own. Think about it. Investing in your network isn't just about what you can get,
right,
but what you can give.
It's about creating a community of support, shared learning, collective growth.
That's powerful.
It is.
So as you go about your day, think about how you can invest in your network. How can you connect with people who share your interests, your values, your goals?
So how can you build relationships that are mutually beneficial, that help everyone grow and learn?
Because that kind of investment, it's going to pay off for years to come.
Absolutely. This has been such a great conversation. We've explored this early investment idea from so many angles.
From financial markets to skills to lifelong learning to building your network. And I think the big takeaway is be proactive, be adaptable, and be open.
I couldn't agree more. The world's changing faster than ever, and those who embrace growth and connection, those are the ones who will thrive.
I love that. And I think that's a perfect place to wrap up part 2.
Sounds good to me. I'm excited to see where we take this next.
Are you ready for some proactive reinvention? Hello, this is Art Munoz, and if you're ready to break free from the corporate grind, I've got something special and free for you that will help you reinvent yourself. It's my International Freelancers 5-Day Challenge. In just 5 days, you'll learn how to stand out as an expert, attract high-paying clients, avoid costly mistakes, and build a location-independent future of financial freedom. Stop wasting time on random advice. Take control of your future and start living on your terms. Visit snapinplacemarketing.com/challenge and register for my challenge. It won't cost you a penny, but could transform your life.
All right, so we're back, ready to unpack this investing in your network idea. I feel like it connects to what we were talking about before with hyperspecialization.
Yeah, totally. When you're stuck in that silo, just focused on your little area, you miss out on new ideas, new people.
It's like you're cutting yourself off from the benefits of a diverse network, like trying to grow a plant in a tiny pot, not enough soil. It might live, but it won't thrive.
Perfect analogy. A strong network is like fertile ground. Nutrients, support, space to grow.
And when you connect with people from different places, industries, you get this cross-pollination of ideas. It sparks new insights, opens up things you wouldn't have thought of on your own.
Exactly. And that's where this concept of weak ties comes in.
Okay. Those casual acquaintances, people outside your immediate circle, why are those important?
Because they have access to information and opportunities that your close friends might not. They're a bridge to new worlds, new networks.
It's like expanding your map of the world. Finding all these hidden pathways.
And I think Dr. North kind of hinted at this, even though he's talking about finances. Remember, he said, the time to pay attention to buying an asset is the first day you read about it.
Yeah, basically saying, be open to new information. even if it seems irrelevant at first. You never know.
Right, and that applies to your network, too. Be open to connecting with people outside your bubble.
Because you never know, right? Who might become a collaborator, a mentor, even a friend.
Every interaction, every conversation can open up new things.
And that brings us back to investing in learning itself.
How so?
Well, every new connection, it's a chance to learn, to grow, you know?
You're turning your network into a giant learning system, exchanging ideas, experiences.
That's a huge advantage nowadays. You can adapt quickly, see trends, grab opportunities others miss.
You're using the wisdom of your network to figure things out, in work, in life.
So as we wrap up, I really want to encourage everyone listening. Think about how you invest in your network.
Yeah.
Be intentional. Build those relationships, both personally and professionally.
Go to events, join online groups, even just chat with people you find interesting.
Be generous with your own knowledge, help others. Building a network isn't just about taking.
Right, it's about giving back.
It's about those genuine connections, mutual trust.
And that kind of investment pays off in ways you can't even imagine.
Absolutely. This has been incredible. We explored early investment from so many angles.
Financial markets, career skills, learning, building your network. It's been a lot.
And I think the takeaway is be proactive, adaptable, open to new possibilities.
Couldn't agree more. World's changing fast. And those who embrace growth and connection, they'll thrive.
That's a great point to end on. So, to everyone listening, thank you for joining us. Hope you got some good insights to use in your own life.
Keep learning, keep connecting, keep investing in yourselves and your network.
Until next time, keep diving deep.